The Thing is the newest tank to be added into Rivals and has seen a lot of play in recent weeks. And while his kit is simple to learn, he has a high skill ceiling. He is strong against heroes that use shields, displacement and movement abilities. This is because both his attacks hit through barriers, he can't be pushed, and his charge stops all dashes. He is weaker against heroes that do consistent mid-range damage, fly and control space. This is because he has a big hitbox, no ranged attacks, and relies heavily on movement in a fight. In this video we will break down his kit and take a look at the damage numbers. The Thing's primary and alternate fire are the only ways he can do damage, and they're both sort of very close range melee attack. The left click is sort of a quick 1-2 for solo target damage, both punches doing 40 damage. So you can see here, click once, it does 2 hits and it does 80 damage. So this is what you want to be using on someone who is, you know, directly in front of you, who you want to be killing quickly. His right click is really good at hitting groups of enemies, so it has an 8 meter range and it launches you forward 3 meters when you cast it, so that's an effective range of 11 meters. It gives you a 50 HP bonus shield and it does 90 damage. And it does 90 damage to everyone in that range. There's no drop off or impact. So anyone with 250 or less, just one hit, one combo into another hit. So that's 90 and 90 from the 2 haymakers, which is 180, plus an 80 from the regular auto. So altogether that's 260. So not quite enough to get the 275s, but I'm sure, you know, 15 damage is going to come from somewhere during that couple seconds, and it's really good at putting pressure on backline heroes. Next thing I'm going to show you is the charge. The charge is, in my opinion, one of his main abilities. The charge and the leap give you a lot of movement across a fight. Makes you very similar to someone like a Thor, where you can move between diving with divers and fighting on your front line. You get a lot of bonus health from using your abilities. So there's a couple different ways to use the charge. The charge is a 5-second charge with a 10-second cooldown. So you actually only have 5 seconds of downtime if you max out the charge. And I think you want to be maxing out the charge almost every time you use it. There's a setting here, which I think is very important on the Thing. Hold to dash. I think it should be enabled almost 100% of the time, because this allows you in a fight, you know, you're taking a bit of damage, you're fighting people, you can press shift once, you instantly get the shield and you apply the zone beneath you, and it just, you know, stops people moving out. That is a really good thing in the middle of a fight to, you know, prevent someone from leaving and also give yourself 200 bonus health on the spot. And then, other than that, you want to be charging for max duration, because you are completely CC immune. You get that 200 bonus health, and you can knock people up multiple times. It causes so much disruption, and you can't be stopped in any capacity. And it completely messes people up. It's great for stalling on a cart. It's great for, like, just really messing with their backline. So the damage on the charge is 30 damage when you hit someone, knock them up, and then it is 20 damage when you slam the ground, and then it also does a little area of effect. It does like 15 DPS. So the charge can actually do, you know, if you hit a guy twice and then slam the ground below him, it can do a decent amount of damage to them, like nearing 100 damage. And the more important thing is it prevents the movement. And when you pair it up with this, the E, which gives you 30% damage reduction to you and the teammate for 3 seconds, you have a lot of mobility, so you can charge into a fight, cause a lot of mayhem, create a zone where no one can leave and does a bit of damage, and then you can dash out to your healer, or you can dash to a diver on the back line and then charge back to the front line. You know, you can pair these abilities in a lot of ways to get a lot of movement. The E also has a 3-second cooldown between uses, and the stack takes 10 seconds to fully charge, so you're going to have this up quite a lot, you know, because as soon as it runs out, you can the cooldown will be off and you can use it again instantly. So you see it here fall off, and I can go straight back and it's on. he's got a lot of movement and a lot of bonus health, a lot of damage reduction. He's very annoying, very hard to kill. So your ultimate does not do much damage, it's just 100 damage. But the important thing about the ult is that it's a 2.5 second stun, which is huge. And the way to use the ult is you've got to think of it as like a rectangle in front of you. It's got a 3 meter height, a 10 meter width, and then an 18 meter length. But it moves like a wave, it moves like an earthquake going back. So I think it does 2 meters every 0.1 seconds. So that means it takes a second, or like 0.9 seconds, to get to the max 18 meters. So this Star-Lord here, if I'm doing it from back here, is going to have time to get out. So you want to be focusing on the guys in front of you, because it's an instant like bang on those guys, an instant stun. And you want to be thinking of it as a rectangle. The immobile people at the back won't be able to get out of. So let me show you here. The other thing you want to know is that it charges very quickly. So the way I like to use Thing Ult is early on in a fight to try and secure a kill. Like if you've dived in or charged in with one of your dive DPS, or if you're on a squishier player, using your ult instantly to lock them up and get that instant kill instantly makes the fight a 5v6. And if it's a high value target and they've potentially got their ult, it will swing the whole fight. And your ult charges so fast that like you're going to have well over 50%, 75% when that little skirmish, when that fight's done. You'll be able to use it at the start of the next fight again. So for his team ups, he has 2. And one of them is very simple. It's exactly the same as the Hulk. He can just chuck Wolverine 20 meters. So this is actually a really good combo, because you can throw Wolverine and then E directly on top of him. So both of you are flying through the air, going about 20 meters into a backline. So that's a really useful one. It's a nice one on the Hulk, because the Hulk can jump around with Wolverine. The Thing can't charge with him, unfortunately, but still a good team up. So the team up with Invisible Woman is one of the strongest, I think, for a tank especially. Like the extra health you're getting. So not only does he get 50 blue health from his right click, not only does he get 200 blue health from his charge, you also get 100 blue health from the team up with Invisible Woman, and then 50 blue health per second for 5 seconds. So in total that's 350 from her. So this means you get 200 from charge, 350 from the team up, and then a 50 every time you right click. And then you pair all of this with the damage reduction. It makes him so hard to kill and so slippery, like in the middle of a fight. Really hard to lock down. Got a Hulk and a Strange. Maybe a Spider-Man.
Oh, he's low. I actually had 3 HP, it's so sad.
Okay. We're chilling. Spider-Man up top. Teleporting Doctor Strange.
Can you hear Spider-Man behind? Yeah.
Bro's chasing you. Ooh, I just fucking span my punch. Okay. In and out, in and out.
Map is moving.
Yep, map changed. Almost cucked everyone. Just bopping some people. Spider. Oh, Spider-Man just swung into me. We got a cloak ult, we can stay in it. Okay, I'm getting battered by the Thang. Yeah, it's a pretty hard Iron Man map because it's like not much space in the sky. And also Spider-Man's like your biggest counter.
Oh, he saw, man.
Thanks for sticking around till the end. I put a lot of effort into this video and plan on turning it into a full series for each hero in the roster. So leave a like if you learned something and maybe a comment on which hero you'd like to see make an appearance. See ya!